All right, we are a little less than 3 weeks of Michigan, Ohio State on November 27th, and if Michigan beats Penn State and then Maryland, consider doing a live watch party. What is that? Well, we do about 6-7 of them a week here at Chat Sports for the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Bears, 49ers, and some other teams. And it's basically the scoreboard and stats and me on the screen reacting to every play. A little bit of comedy, a little bit of entertainment value. I don't think it's a replacement for the actual game itself, but maybe watch it with a friend, you know? It's one of those times. So if you'd be interested in that, I'm not going to do it and have like 7 people watching or anything like that, like Sloppy Sam's daily stream on YouTube. So if you're interested, type Y in the comments. I just want to get a gauge. If people are interested, keep me up on your phone. You know, hey, what's Yoder doing right now? Okay, cool. I do go into shambles, and I get my highs and lows are very like this. So if you're interested, type yes. If not interested, have no involvement in that at all, go ahead and type no. We are going to talk Michigan football recruiting rumors, some injury updates, and more Michigan football news and rumors coming up on the show right now. All right, it is the Michigan Football Report, and we are going to bring back this week's rumor meter. We've got a lot of things going around in this program. Going into, I guess, the third most important game of the year. You win this one, I think as long as you don't lose to Ohio State by 35, most people would call it a successful season. But I guess our past just will not stay in the past. Michigan State, everything that happened in that game with the refs, the call, the fumble, it's reared its ugly head again this week, and there is now some speculation, some rumors out there on Michigan football coach Jim Harbaugh. And people on the internet are saying, oh, Jim Harbaugh is lying about the refs, lying that the Big Ten told him that the refs made a mistake on the Aiden Hutchinson strip sack, David Ojabo play that resulted in a touchdown that was taken off the board that would have put Michigan completely in control of the game going into halftime. And folks, that is fake news, all right? Harbaugh's not lying about this. There'd be absolutely no reason to lie. But there are some shysters, and there are some, I guess just people having fun on the internet, but they're getting people to believe it, all right? The believability of these tweets and believability of what people are saying on Twitter around some of this stuff is a little shocking, right? You got to have yourself a fake news meter. So let's take a look at Jim Harbaugh's quote from his press conference yesterday on Monday. As we all expected and all saw, mistakes were made. That was the response from the conference. Yeah, they made a mistake. He was basically asked, Jim, can you talk about the speculation that the Big Ten contacted you and apologize or admit a mistake with that fumble that resulted in a touchdown for Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson coming in before halftime. So that's what Harbaugh said. But then you got these people on Twitter yesterday acting like, basically this is a crime, I think, Producer Marshall. What we're going to show you here, folks, is a felony. So if you know who Jack Williams MSU is, please let me know his identity. Please send me a link to his LinkedIn account, his address, whatever it is, because I'm calling the cops on this guy. He's impersonating an official of, a college institution conference. I'm sure it's some sort of government official. He says, I work for the Big Ten as a social media ambassador, yada, yada, yada. Jim Harbaugh did not reach out and was told there was no incorrect call made. So he's basically trying to tell people, and people were buying it, right, that Harbaugh's lying about this. Harbaugh's making this up. Then you got this, MSU Sports Daily. I don't know if it has any affiliation, if it's the actual school newspaper or something like that. It seems legit. I think Harbaugh's lying about the reports in the Big Ten. In my opinion, the call is too close for the conference to come out and say they were wrong, and usually they do so in a public statement if they were wrong. So those two accounts, absolute losers, and it brings me back to this statement. Just toss this up on the screen. You see it below me? I hate Michigan State fans, all right? I absolutely despise them. I got a cousin or two that are Michigan State fans, and I'll tell you what, when I see them around the holidays, a wedding, Christmas, I spit in their drinks, okay? I make sure that their time around me is miserable. But and some people say, well, James, that's most people. But nevertheless, I make it extra miserable for them. I hate Michigan State fans, and this continues to prove why. And these guys aren't even good trolls. That first one is a kind of a good troll, but I don't know. I didn't like the fact that not enough people understood that it was a troll, and people were taking it as fact in the reply. So I'm going to ask you guys this. I'm going to put a link to that tweet in the description and down in the comments of this video. So I want you to do Go down, click on it, hit the little icon, report tweet, report it as fake news, report it as terrorism, report it as private information, all the things you can report on Twitter. Get this account shut down, if for no other reason, just to get some small shred of victory over Michigan State, since they stole an epic generational season away from Michigan football fans, so at least we can stick it to their fans. Here's the tweet one more time. This is the one I'm going to put down, right? Jack Williams, he even tries to put MSU in his name. It's Jack Williams. What kind of name is Jack anyways? And then adds a U at the end of Jack Williams, so it's MSU. He doesn't work for the Big Ten. This is completely fake. And if this is a real person, I would like them arrested. That's my promise to you. So that's the one from Jack Williams. We are going to toss it down in the comments description. Click on it, report it to Twitter. Let's make sure this guy's account gets taken down so no one can get duped ever again as a Michigan football fan on Twitter. All right, we start the show with a Harbaugh head rumor meter. That one was fake news. If you see anything with 0 Harbaugh heads, it means it's fake news, like those Michigan State fans, all the way up to 4 Harbaugh heads. It's the scale of believability. 4 Harbaugh heads means it's F-A-C-K, fact. That's how Jim Harbaugh spells it. So that is how we spell it here at the Michigan Football Report from Chat Sports. We got 2 more big-time stories to talk to you about coming up right now. But before we do, want to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Just got word from the bigwigs. Any channel with over 100 viewers per video is going on subscriber mandate starting the day after Thanksgiving. So Sam Webb has nothing to worry about, gets about 14 views per video, but we do, unfortunately. So there's a mandate coming down. I know there's a lot of controversy out there about mandates. They're putting one on us. If we have over 100 views a video, subscribers only. So if you're not subscribed, when we're to 16,000, you're not going to be able to see the videos in your YouTube feed anymore. So please go ahead and subscribe. And if you already subscribed, if you've been subscribed for a while, let me know how long you've been subscribed to the channel. This is our 3rd season, consistently putting up videos on YouTube. We did the 2018 season as a Facebook Live mostly show. 2019, put everything on YouTube. So let me know when you subscribe to the channel, the Michigan Football Report from Chat Sports. All right, Domani Jackson. That first part was a little bit of fun. I'm taking shots at Michigan State fan. This is the nuts and bolts of the show. This is what people are really interested around. There are a lot of people, little chicken littles out there that follow Michigan saying, Domani's eliminated Michigan. He's down to USC, down to Alabama. I'm giving it 1 Harbaugh head. If there's anything I've learned in this 2022 class where name, image, and likeness has become a deciding factor if schools are going to kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge, guarantee you a car, guarantee you a marketing deal, etc., is that people can be swayed, and these recruits and their families, frankly, they change their mind on a daily, weekly basis every time they talk to a member of the media. So Domani Jackson, fresh off his visit to Alabama over the weekend, talked to Greg Biggins of 24/7 Sports, and he said, it's mainly USC and Bama for me. I like Michigan, but it's SC and Bama right now that I'm focusing on. I still like UC a lot. I still like Dante, their interim coach right now. He's a great coach, yada, yada, yada. But then he kind of just, I'll go anywhere. I have no problem leaving home. That's not why I picked USC. Well, it is why I picked USC, is because it's the local school. There's no reason you commit January of your junior year of high school to a school that's 20 minutes from where you go to high school if it's not the local school. And that was the reason. Now, they don't have their head coach anymore, right? Clay Helton got fired. He's the head coach where? Some random school, right? Just got hired. And their interim coach, if he sticks on, he's not going to be the head coach. Then I think Domani stays with USC. But Alabama clearly made an impression. They didn't perform too well on the field, but we're going to talk more about Domani Jackson's recruitment here in a second, but want to get you guys this information. Michigan, Penn State, the game coming up this week. I think it's the 3rd most important game in the schedule of this season. If Jim Harbaugh doesn't win this one, I think there will be a lot of people kind of whispering out there that his job could be on the line November 27th against Ohio State. So it's noon, nationally televised on ABC. It's a pick'em game right now, meaning there's no spread in the game. You can pick whatever team you want, no point spread involved. Over under is 48.5. And if you want to get going and place some money on the Wolverines, college football, NFL, you can bet the Heisman Trophy, who's going to win the Big Ten, who's going to win the NBA Rookie of the Year if you're a Cade Cunningham fan. Do it with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Get a 125% deposit bonus. Must use that link at the bottom of the screen, chatsports.com/GoBlue. Just type it into your browser. It'll redirect you to the sign-up page for BetUS. Make sure you use the promo code GoBlue for 125% deposit bonus. When you sign up, you put in 100, extra 125, 200, extra 250, and up from all the way up to 500 for an extra $625. Chat Sports, BetUS, go get going now. Hey, put some money on the Wolverines, right? Little good karma out there in the world. All right, Domani Jackson, back to him. Alabama official visit, all right? Committed to USC back in January, halfway through his junior year, right after his junior season. He's visited Michigan multiple times, and he has said as recently as 2 weeks ago that Michigan is his dream school and that Steve Clinkscale, the new secondaries coach, is trying to help him make his dream come true. So just because a reporter was calling to talk to him about the Alabama visit and barely mentioned Michigan, I think quotes can get taken out of context a lot. From everything I know, I still think Michigan is right in the heart of it. I do believe that they have the leg up on Alabama, unless something happened, in this visit, the couple, this weekend, where they just tossed $50K straight cash home in his lap. You never know. Alabama's done that plenty of times. But as far as I see it, these are his 3 finalists. He's committed to USC, so we obviously have to put them on there. But I think right now I would handicap it Michigan 40%, USC 41%, and Alabama 19%. That's how I'd handicap it right now if I were putting odds on where he would end up. I think for USC, it all comes down to whether or not Dante Williams, their interim head coach, is retained on the staff for the next coach who comes in when they make a decision, probably right after the season. All right, last rumor of the day. Don't have a ton of injury news yet. I think today and tomorrow we'll learn a lot on who will play this weekend, but a lot of whispers out there on the internet about Gemon Green got hurt in the second half. I'm giving this one 3 Harbaugh heads. Pretty likely that he will be out, will not play on Saturday against Penn State. And that's a blow, right? He's kind of been knocked back to Michigan's number 3 wide receiver or number 3 cornerback as of now. But Penn State's got a pretty dang good passing game, one of the top 5 wide receivers in the country. We'll talk a little more about Gemon Green here in a second, but I want to ask you guys, heading into this game, this is the game of the week in college football. I don't know. My top 1 or 2 games in college football this week, at least from a national interest perspective. Predict the score down in the comments. Michigan, Penn State. I want to see any of you guys can get it right. Go in the comments. Let me know. I'll make my prediction on Thursday or Friday. I'm still trying to feel this one out, see what I'm thinking. If Michigan was a favorite, I'd probably actually pick Michigan. But since it's a pick 'em, or if they were started as an underdog, I don't know. Harbaugh's only got 1 win as an underdog at Michigan. So we'll see what happens. But go down in the comments and predict the score. All right, Gemon Green injured in the second half versus Indiana. And from what I heard yesterday is that it is looking unlikely that he is going to return in the regular season. Hope I'm wrong on this. Hope it's a initial diagnosis that turns out to be, he had a miracle recovery, something like that. So what would Michigan be missing if he were not to play the rest this year? Lost his starting job, but he's got 23 tackles. He's got 1 interception, 1 pass breakup. I wouldn't call him a star player by any means. I certainly wouldn't call him a must-have to beat Penn State. But I do believe with the depth of wide receivers and the passing attack that they have at Ohio State, that you absolutely need him back for the Ohio State game to have any chance to cover the 3, 4, 5 receivers they will put on the field at any one time, not to mention, of course, the tight ends and the running backs that they put out from an offensive perspective. So if you're down one of your top 3 cornerbacks, I think Michigan is going to have a very, very tough time stopping Ohio State's passing game at all. So that's my take. We talked about Gemon Green. We talked about those dreaded Michigan State fans and Domani Jackson. Make sure you go down in the comments, click on that tweet, report it. Let's just take that guy's Twitter existence out of commission. It'll make you feel better. It'll make me feel better. I'll be back with a Michigan football rumors mailbag. Your questions coming up tomorrow. Till then, go Blue.